Good morning, all of you. Beta. I hope that last classes we have taken the first step, that was ingestion of food, isn't it? As we have started over this chapter, nutrition in animals, at that time we have discussed about the steps in nutrition. That was 5 steps. What are they? 5 steps was first ingestion. Clear? Second was digestion. Third was assimilation. Third was assimilation. Fourth was absorption. And fifth was digestion. Clear? These 5 steps supposed to be present if we are doing any work or any conditions for the digestion of food in nutrition. This comes. We have already completed ingestion. Now today's topic is about digestion. What happens in digestion? You know that for just having your food, you have to take your food through our mouth. Okay, so that means the process of digestion starts in mouth. This is the first thing, that in through mouth our digestion process starts. So what happened in this, as we take the food, with which liquid fluid they used to mix with? That is saliva. They used to mix with saliva, and after mixed with saliva, because this saliva secretes, what they do? They secretes salivary glands, and this salivary glands, what happens? What the functions of this? As what we did it, this helps in the breakdown of food into starch, or breakdown of starch and sugar into simpler form. Okay, so as the digestion starts, the food mixed with saliva, which secretes the salivary glands, they help in the digestion, in the breakdown of starch and sugar. Okay, next what happens? After, as we are just going on this process, they used to pass through our food pipe. Either we call it food pipe or we can call it esophagus. Esophagus. This is also called a food pipe. Okay. So now what happens in esophagus and food pipe? So the solid food which passes from the mouth to the stomach through a passage or a pipe, we call it esophagus or food pipe. It's clear? So this is a passage, as we just take our food and pass it to our the pipe-like structure for the, just going on further to stomach, that is called food pipe or esophagus. Now what happened? The food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. You know, I can't show you properly, but as we are taking from your mouth, so the food pipe is there, and there is also a windpipe. Through passes our chest, and through like that our stomach comes. Clear? So from this the food passes and runs to our stomach. At that period, what happened? First is passed down by the movement of walls of the food pipe, but no digestion takes place there. Because we know digestion usually takes place in the stomach. At times the food is not accepted by the stomach. Then what happens? We know just we have taken a food which is not sufficient for us. We are not feeling what happened at that period? You know, usually stomach looks like a J-shaped bag, like structure made up of muscles. It receives food from the food pipe, and the stomach secretes two type of juices. What are they? Two type of juices. What are they? First one is gastric juice, and second one is hydrochloric juice. These are the two types of juices released by stomach. Now what happened with these two juices? What are the functions of these two juices? How does they help in the digestion of food? At this time, hydrochloric kills out all the microorganisms. So what does this do? It kills out microorganisms. First, that comes to our solid food. Clear? Second, it helps in the first this, and second, it provides a medium, acidic medium for digestion. Provides a acidic medium for digestion. Clear? These are the two functions done by these juices secreted by stomach while digestion process. Okay. Now what does gastric juice do? Gastric juice produces an enzyme. What do we call this enzyme? It's pepsin. Now what does this pepsin do? This we call pepsin, which helps in to break down protein into simpler. Means the food which we have taken, it consists of proteins. So it helps to break down the proteins into simpler substances. Clear? And the food remains in the stomach at least 3 to 4 hours exactly until we complete our first half. That is, means what it depends on the style means how the digestion takes place in small intestine. That we are going to discuss our next lecture. So on the basis of this, I have given you some little bit questions